Hello, tropical fish keepers. Welcome to the fifth installment of Life in the Amazon right here on Aqua Alex Live. I'm your host, South American fish keeper and monster fish hobbyist, Aqua Alex Cardinale. I hope you're having a wonderful week thus far. I know I am. Today I got a new fish shipment in, and all the fish species that I got today are from South America. Today I picked up two Strombergi Blackbar silver dollars that have a nice orange chest, and I also picked up a Redhook silver dollar as well as a pink-tailed Celsius and a marble gar cherison and a Lima Shovelnose. This coming Sunday, I'm going to release that unboxing video featuring the fish that I got from Aquatic Rarities, aka Malone's Monsters. And on today's show, you're going to see a video of those three silver dollars that I got today because they're one of the featured fish of today's topic. So, anyway, welcome to the fifth installment of Life in the Amazon. Today, we're going to do part two of popular aquarium fish that live in South America and the Amazon River. On our last episode of Life in the Amazon, we kickstarted this series of popular aquarium fish that live in South America. I talked about neon tetras, I talked about cardinal tetras, rummy nose tetras, I've talked about discus, angelfish, and Oscars, pictus cats, and Corridorus catfish. So if you missed that episode, just go to my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, and go to my Life in the Amazon playlist, and you'll be able to see the first episode of popular aquarium fish that live in South America. Today, we have some interesting species that I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about species of fish that grow anywhere from 8 inches to 3 feet in length, and these fish have various temperaments and aggression levels. Some of the fish I'm going to talk about today include Severum Cichlids, Waru, chocolate cichlids, Myleus silver dollars, piranhas, to vulture catfish, and even royal plecos. So before we begin, I would like to thank everybody for tuning in, whether you're watching this video live or you're catching a replay of today's video. All the pictures of the fish you're going to see on today's video are of species that I have owned in the past or that I currently own right now. The only pictures that aren't mine are of the piranhas that I'm going to talk about, but all the videos on today's video are my videos of my particular fish. So I encourage all the viewers to interact with today's video. What are your favorite South American aquarium fish? Let me know in the comments. I want to know what your favorite South American aquarium fish are, so please post them in the comments. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. The first popular aquarium fish that lives in South America that I'm going to discuss today is one of my favorite South American cichlids, and that is the Severum Cichlid. Currently, right now, I have 4 green Severums, I have a rot keel Severum, and I have 2 red spotted gold Severums. I have 1 regular red spotted gold Severum, and then I have a super red spotted gold Severum. Now, the gold Severums are basically just a green Severum that is almost albino, and its care requirements are similar to other Severum cichlids. Here is my super red Severum. And as you can see, the super red Severum is very beautiful and a very gorgeous fish. That's my super red Severum. Up next, we've got my orange shoulder Severum and my rock keel Severum. And as you can see, the rock keel Severum has green coloration and an orange head. Very, very beautiful fish. Now you can tell that my rock keel Severum is a female because it does not have the worm-like markings on its face. And that is one way you can sex Severum Cichlids. The males will have worm-like markings on their face, while females will have nothing on their face. So Severum Cichlids will get anywhere from 8 to 10 inches in length, sometimes even up to a foot. It depends on the species of Severum Cichlids. There are a multitude of different types of Severums that are available in the aquarium hobby today. Today we've got the rock keel Severum, and we've got the green Severum, and the turquoise Severum, and of course the gold Severum. Those are all the same species, and those species are going to grow from anywhere between 8 to 12 inches. Then you've got the Hero's Libifier, which is the mouth brooding Severum, and that is a gorgeous Severum. I've never been able to track one down and keep them. That is something I will consider doing in the future because I think the Hero's Libifier is a very, very nice Severum Cichlid. There's also the spotted Severum, Hero's Nodus, that grows to be about 10 inches, and that one is gorgeous as well. Now, Severum Cichlids, they eat pretty much anything from chopped up seafood like market shrimp and tilapia, to flake food, to pellets, and even bloodworms, market shrimp, and earthworms. So I have an episode of Aqua Alex Live, a species care guide on Severum Cichlids. You can find that by going to my Aqua Alex Live playlist here on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, and you'll be able to learn more about Severum Cichlids. All right, the next cichlid we're going to talk about is related to the Severum Cichlid. It's not in the same family as Severums, but it has the same body type and body shape. A little bit more peaceful and a little bit more docile than Severums. These are a fish that I like to call the poor man's discus, and they are known as the Waru Cichlid. A funny way of pronouncing Waru Cichlid is "who are you?" That could be a way you can remember the pronunciation of Waru Cichlid, "who are you?" But I've been in the aquarium hobby for 16 years, and I've kept many different types of Waru, and I know how to pronounce their name. They're a very awesome cichlid to have, very gorgeous. So right now, I'm going to show you a picture of a male Waru Cichlid that I had a number of years ago. I think this was about 10 years ago. This image was taken in 2012. So this is my male Waru Cichlid, and he is an orange Waru. And as you can see, he is a very colorful fish. He's got a brown body and a light orange color and some black patches. Here is a better picture of him. As you can see, he's very nice looking. Now, Warus grow to be about 10 to 12 inches in length, and they like a softer water. So their pH is going to be anywhere from 5.5 to 7.2, and they like a temperature a little bit on the higher side. So you're going to want to keep your Warus at 72 degrees Fahrenheit to 78 degrees Fahrenheit. But other than those requirements, their care is exactly the same as the Severum Cichlid. They like to eat both meat and vegetable matter. So they'll eat market shrimp, they'll eat tilapia, earthworms, bloodworms, brine shrimp, pellets, and flake food. And also you can get them accustomed to lettuce, algae wafers, cucumber, etc. I'm going to do a species profile on the Waru Cichlid in the near future here on Aqua Alex Live. And I hope to get some Waru once again when I upgrade my fish to a larger aquarium. Now, there are three different types of Waru. Yes, that's right. There are three variants of the Waru Cichlid. There is the regular Waru, which is the picture you're looking at right now. There is a variant of the regular Waru, which is called the orange Waru, and that one gets a nice orange tinge to it and an orange coloration to it. And then there is the Panda Waru, which is a little bit more sensitive and a little bit hard to keep. So unless you're an experienced hobbyist, I would stay away from the Panda Waru right away until you get softer water, because they need water parameters like wild discus and ultimangels, those Panda Warus, and they cannot be bullied or they'll stress out badly and die. So I don't recommend getting Panda Warus unless you're going to be having your own setup dedicated to Panda Waru with tank mates like Ultimangels and Tetras. But stay tuned for a future episode on the Waru Cichlid, a very gorgeous South American cichlid. All right, the next South American cichlid that I'm going to talk about, one of my all-time favorites. And no, it's not because I like chocolate, although by looking at me, you can tell that I like Hershey's chocolate and Twix and Reese's. But this chocolate is an actual species of tropical fish. It is called the chocolate cichlid. In other countries, it is known by other common names, such as the emerald cichlid. Now, there are currently two recognized species of chocolate cichlid. You've got the Heplicura temporalis, and there's another one that I really don't know how to pronounce the scientific name, but that one comes from Colombia. But all the chocolate cichlids that I've kept over the years have been Heplicura temporalis. And this is a larger growing cichlid. It grows to be about the same size as an Oscar. It can grow to be about 12 inches in length, but I'd say 10 to 11 is more common. And it too is a very hardy and easy fish to keep. It will eat market shrimp, tilapia, earthworms, brine shrimp, pellets, flakes, and vegetable matter. I have a care sheet here on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, going over how to keep and care for the chocolate cichlid. Just go to my Aqua Alex Live playlist and select the chocolate cichlid care guide, and you'll be able to watch it. Now, I'm going to show you some pictures of my chocolate cichlids. These pictures are from last March. So March of last year. Currently, they are now doubled this size. I'd say my largest male chocolate cichlid is about 7 inches, and the other chocolate cichlid is about 6 inches. So they put on some weight, and they're nice and bulky, and they're both getting that nuchal hump that male cichlids get. But as you can see here, they are a very gorgeous fish. Look how beautiful chocolate cichlids are. A nice brown color with black and purple coloration. And here's another picture of my wild-caught Peruvian temporalis chocolate cichlid. This is a very gorgeous cichlid. So if you're looking for something that is very similar to an Oscar, reaches the same size as an Oscar, and is more peaceful than an Oscar, I recommend the chocolate cichlid. I think the chocolate cichlid is a good uh, alternate cichlid for the Oscar cichlid. All right, the next species of fish we're going to talk about that are popular aquarium fish from South America are cherisons, aka tetras. Now, tetras are a huge family of fish. You've got your neon tetras, then you've got your rummy nose tetras, then you've got the giant pacu, red belly and black pacu, then you've got silver dollars and piranhas and Semiprocholotus, Spiracon, leperinus. So there's a huge plethora of species to choose from when I want to talk about cherisons. But as my friend pointed out, the cherisons that I have a lot of love for and a lot of respect for are the predatory, large growing cherisons. And these ones are one of my favorites because they're all gorgeous and they're all amazing looking in their own right. Shout out to my friend Ricky, who is tuning in live. Ricky says, "Hey man, how are you? I am doing phenomenal, having a blast talking about fish from South America. I'm glad you're able to tune in, and thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your view." So, the first cherison that we're going to talk about is one of my personal favorite silver dollar species. Ricky says, "I'm glad you're live streaming tonight. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support and your patronage. And I really, really love that you tune into my videos. So thank you very much. That means a lot to me." So the first cherison that I'm going to talk about is one of my personal favorites. And I have had this fish for many years. I'd probably say that for as long as I've been in the freshwater hobby, I've always had a school of this fish. And it is the Redhook silver dollars, Myleus ruberipinus. The red hooks, they grow to be about 8 to 10 inches in length and sometimes a little bit bigger. And they're a species of Myleus silver dollars, which means that they have a longer anal fin and they have a lot of color to them. As redhooks mature, they develop nice red spots, and some of them get a red belly as they mature. And unlike the Mentonus species, Myleus silver dollars are omnivores, meaning that they will eat both plant matter, algae, veggies, and meat. So you can feed them market shrimp, tilapia, bloodworms, good quality flake and pellet foods, as well as vegetable matter. They're a schooling fish, so they will do well in schools of 3 or 4 or more, and they should be kept in a 90-gallon aquarium or larger because they do get quite large. With that being said, though, they're a very beautiful fish. And I also have a species profile on the Redhook Silver Dollar here on my YouTube channel under the Aqua Alex Live playlist. And you'll see my species profile on the Redhook Silver Dollar. So here are some pictures of some redhooks that I've had over the years. Right now, you're looking at a male adult redhook. And as you can see, this one's a very beautiful one. This one is what they would call a Luna redhook. It's got the yellow spot, it's got the red belly, and a prolonged anal fin, which indicates that it's a male redhook, which is awesome. So that is a very gorgeous redhook. And then here is a juvenile redhook. As they mature, they become much bulkier and they put on some size. So at the moment, I currently have 4 red hooks. I've got that one large male red hook, and then I picked up 3 juvenile red hooks from Bob at Aquatic Rarities. I picked up 2 last week, and I picked up another one today, which you're going to see in just a few seconds here. I'm going to show you a video of some of the Myleus species that I got today from Aquatic Rarities. But first, I want to talk about the next species of Myleus that I enjoy and that is becoming more popular in the aquarium hobby. Ricky says, absolutely beautiful fish. Yes, the Myleus ruberipinus, the redhook silver dollar, is a show-stopping fish. It is a perfect dither fish for like a red terror tank or an Oscar tank or something that you want to draw out aggressive predatory fish and you want it to grow to a decent size, the redhook is one of those attractive dither fish. Another Myleus that is becoming popular in the aquarium hobby is the Blackbar silver dollar, known as Myleus strumbaki. Now, this has been a fish that I have loved since I was a child. There are many different types of Blackbar silver dollars, but I'm going to narrow it down to two different species. The first one is known as the wide bar silver dollar or emperor blue hook, and that species can grow anywhere from 12 to 18 inches in length. And the other species of black bar silver dollars is called the emperor redhook or thin bar silver dollar. And that one kind of looks like a Mentinus, but it's in the family of Myleus, and that one can reach 8 to 9 inches in length. But they're both very colorful, and they're both awesome looking fish. So the black bar silver dollars, while some can grow to 8 to 9 inches, and some can grow 10 to 18 inches, they're very similar in care as the redhook. They eat meaty foods, they'll eat vegetable matter, they need large aquariums, they need to be kept in schools, and they're an overall awesome large growing tetra. So I'm going to do a species care guide in the next month or so on the black bar silver dollar as well, because if there's anyone qualified to talk about black bar silver dollars, it's me, because I spent the last decade and perhaps more than a decade studying this fish. And I was one of the first people to get my hands on an emperor blue hook and raise it to 18 inches until I lost it in a snowstorm. And there's a couple other people that I know that have raised some monster black bar silver dollars as well. So here is a picture of one of these Strumbaki black bars. This is a emperor blue hook that comes from Colombia and Brazil. And the ones that come from Colombia and Brazil look like red belly pacus. They get that deep orange belly and they have that nice blue coloration. There is a emperor blue hook that comes into the aquarium hobby from Peru that is somewhat dull in color. They have that black bar in the blue hook, but they don't have the orange coloration, which can be a disappointment for someone like me that likes colorful, showy silver dollar species. And then there is this other species. This is the same species from Colombia and Brazil. This is the one that I raised to 18 inches a number of years ago. And this is another picture of another black bar silver dollar. This is the Peru variant. And as you can see, the Peru variant doesn't have any orange coloration. So this is the Peru black bar, the Peru wide bar, and this is the Colombian Brazil wide bar. So you can see the difference in that the Colombian Brazil has orange coloration and the Peruvian one doesn't. Now, the other species of black bar silver dollar is the Emperor Redhook, also known as the thin bar, and it's also a gorgeous fish. It is this one. As you can see, it has the body shape of a Mentinus, but technically it is a Myleus species. And again, this one is awesome looking as well. And this is one that I grew to about 8 inches before I sold them off to somebody that was wanting to try silver dollars for the first time. All right, so it's time for me to show the very first video of today's video. And this is a video of the new silver dollars that I got today. 2 Emperor blue hooks and a red hook from Aquatic Rarities, aka Malone's Monsters. And if you're looking for Emperor blue hooks or red hooks, Bob at Aquatic Rarities and Malone's Monsters has them in stock. Let's see the video right now, folks. Talk about perfect timing. These fish came in time, just in time for today's episode. So, in here, I've got 3 fish. 2 of these fish are available seasonally, and they come from Colombia and Brazil. And they are the best looking of the Blackbar silver dollars, or the Stromberkis, or the Emperor blue hooks. These are from Colombia and Brazil, and they are known as Stromberkis or Emperor blue hooks. The problem with the wide bar silver dollars is that many different wholesale faculties in South America label them under the same scientific name, which is Stromberki and Blackbar. So you don't know which ones you are getting, and you don't know if they're going to be this beautiful. In my experience, the Peruvian ones I try to stay away from because they don't have any coloration whatsoever. It's just a silver body with a black bar and a blue hook. But as you can see here, these Colombian ones, they look just like Severum Cichlids or the Manueli Piranha. They look identical to it. They've got the black bar, they've got the red belly, and they've got the blue hook. So also in here, I don't know how well you're going to see it, but also in there is a juvenile Redhook silver dollar, Myleus rapinus. So these are 3 of my favorite South American fish. You've got the 2 black bars and the Redhook silver dollar. It has been over 10 years since I've had black bars this gorgeous. So I am a happy fish keeper right now. I would like to give a special shout out to Aquatic Rarities for bringing in these black bars for me, and a couple of other customers. These are a seasonal fish, so you're not going to find them year-round. They're kind of like the Severum Manueli in that they're very seasonal and they're hard to come by, but they're much more easier to keep. And they're also like the Pygoscentrus caribe in that they're also seasonal, and they only come from one specific area of Colombia and Brazil, and somehow Bob was able to get them, so that is awesome. So I just wanted to share this on today's video. These are 2 of my absolute favorite cherishing species from South America, and I figured while I have the chance, I will show them before I actually acclimate them to my aquarium. Currently, right now, I've got my large Redhook and 2 smaller ones that I got from Bob at Aquatic Rarities last week. And I've got another orange Stromberki that I got last week. Now I'm going to have 3 Stromberkis and 4 Redhooks, which is going to be awesome. Let's move on to our next fish now. Thank you guys for checking out these beautiful silver dollars. New fish time. Check out these beauties from Colombia. These are Stromberki silver dollars. I know they're going to be hard to see. These are Blackbar Emperor blue hook Stromberkis. These ones actually are my personal favorite and the only Blackbar silver dollars that I will purchase because they have coloration. As you can see, they've got nice dark orange bellies and they look awesome. I try to avoid the Stromberkis from Peru because they just have the blue hook and the black bar and no other coloration. They may develop faint red spots as they mature, but who has time to wait for that when you've got these juvenile black bars who already have some phenomenal coloration. And then also in there is another juvenile red hook to go along with my other 3 red hooks. And then I've also got another Brazilian Stromberki Emperor blue hook in here somewhere that also has the orange belly. And then right here. Alright, so the rest of that video will be a part of my unboxing video from Aquatic Rarities on Sunday. I just wanted to show off the beautiful colors of the Stromberki Blackbar silver dollar. So there you have it. You saw the gorgeous color of that silver dollar species. All right, so Ricky DeHejo says in regards to the Emperor Blue Hook, Jesus, man, that thing is huge. That's what she said. That's funny. All right, so let's move on to our next species of Cherison that is really popular in the aquarium hobby. This species is so popular that it is banned in multiple states in the United States of America. I know for a fact it is banned in Massachusetts. I know for a fact it is banned in Florida. It is banned in Connecticut, and I think it's banned in New York as well. And that is the piranha species. Both Pygrocentris and Cerosalmus are banned in many states in the United States of America. And the reason that they're banned is because people fear them. If somehow they're able to survive the freezing cold temperatures, people think that piranhas are going to start attacking humans and other mammals and other creatures. However, piranhas are not going to survive New England weather and other cold temperatures around the country, but piranhas would survive where I live, and that's here in Florida. So it is understandable why they are illegal here. Now, piranhas, if they were released here in Florida, they would compete with some of the other predatory fish species and they would wipe out some of their prey. So maybe it's a good thing that piranhas are illegal here in Florida. However, having said that, there are some states where you can legally own and keep piranhas. New Jersey is one of them, and the reason I know that New Jersey is legal to own a piranha is because I used to go to Shark Aquarium a long time ago with a friend of my father's. Uh, my dad and his friend and I would drive to New Jersey. That was like a 6, 7 hour drive, and we would do that maybe 3 or 4 times a year. We would go to Shark Aquarium with George Fear, and I think we'd go to a couple other stores, and there were piranhas there. Piranhas are a fish that have a fearsome reputation, but I don't think they deserve that fearsome reputation because they don't attack out of the blue. They only attack when they're starving and they haven't been fed in a long time. So if they are well fed and they're not really hungry, they're going to leave you alone. As a matter of fact, in the aquarium hobby, piranhas are rather skittish and they'll bang their noses and dart from side to side in the aquarium. But eventually they do get used to their owners. But when I kept piranhas, I found them to be somewhat boring and I just wasn't interested in them. But I do respect piranhas, and I do like some piranhas, like the Pygrocentris caribe is beautiful, and the piranha you're looking at right now, which is the Cerosalmus manueli, is also a gorgeous piranha. But I can get a Schimberke silver dollar and have tank mates, and the Schimberke silver dollar looks just like the Cerosalmus manueli. Now, for keeping these guys in the aquarium hobby, they're very simple. You just need a large aquarium. You need some place for them to hide. So I recommend driftwood and artificial plants. You need to realize that Pygrocentris piranhas are the only ones that can really be kept in a school. So that would include caribe, red bellies, that would include pariah, and Ternsneti. Cerosalmus species, with the exception of giri, need to be kept singly, otherwise they will kill each other. So that includes Cerosalmus rhombus, which is the infamous black piranha. That would include Cerosalmus philo, Cerosalmus elongatus, which kind of looks like a pariah, in my personal opinion, and that would also include many other species. The Ceratosomus gari can be kept in a school if they're in a large aquarium and there's decor for them to hide out in case there is a spat or a feud or a fight. There is some wimple piranhas and piranhas like that that are scale eaters that can also be kept in a school as well. So over the last few months here on legendary Alex Cardinale YouTube channel and Aqua Alex Live from Halloween and before, I talked about piranhas, so I don't want to beat the bush again and talk about piranhas again, but they are a very popular aquarium fish. I was fortunate to have a couple of Pygrocentrus caribe and red belly piranhas a number of years back, and I have a video of the piranhas that I owned that I'm going to show you right now. So let's see that video of my former red belly piranhas and caribe piranha. So in the video, you may realize that there's a missing eye on one of the red-bellied piranhas, and there's some fin nippage. Well, that comes with keeping piranhas in the aquarium hobby. They're not going to be a fish that you get to show off because they will constantly nip fins and damage each other. But when you're keeping predatory fish like that, that is to be expected. All right, so the next very popular large growing tetra that comes from South America and the Amazon River is actually a species of algae eaters. It is known as Sema-Procholotus. It is also known as Flagtail Procholotus. Let me tell you something, folks. When I was a teenager, about 15, 16, 17, maybe 18 years old, I drove my poor local fish store owners crazy looking for this fish because I saw Flagtail Procholotus on Monster Fish Keepers and other fish forums. That's how old Monster Fish Keepers is and other fish forums are. And I instantly fell in love with the Flagtail Procholotus because it is a stunning cherison. So I spent decades looking for flagtails, and I had no luck finding them. I spent many years researching them, and I could not find them. And at the time, I was unemployed. I didn't have any source of income because I was young. But if I did, I probably would have been able to got them online instead of driving my poor local fish store owner crazy. But one day my persistence paid off because my local fish store, he brought in about 50 of them because he told me that there were other people asking about them, and he figured it would be beneficial to just bring in a whole bunch, and he ended up doing that. And what ended up happening was I ended up buying about 6 or 8 of them, not at once, but I would buy 2 or 3 one time, then I go back and buy more, and then I go back and buy more. and then other fish keepers got them. So flagtails have been very popular in the aquarium hobby for as long as I can remember. And one of the reasons they're extremely popular in the aquarium hobby is that they are diligent algae eaters. They will eat any algae that you have in your aquarium, be it diatoms or brown algae or green algae. They will also clean off your sand substrate. I've got a trio of flagtails that love to clean off my sand as well as the driftwood. They'll eat any film, biofilm, that is living on the driftwood and the substrate, as well as the aquarium glass. They will also take flake food and pellets, so they're very easy to keep. So one thing to realize about flagtails, though, is that they're all wild caught. They have never been captive bred or captive raised. So you're going to want to quarantine them. A lot of them come into the aquarium hobby very thin and emaciated because they're wild caught and they need to be power fed. But luckily, when they're used to their aquarium environments, they'll take flake food instantly. And they also love bloodworms and brine shrimp. And I feed them spirulina brine shrimp from Akari, and they love that. They grow anywhere from 10 to 12 inches and sometimes even larger, and they need a large tank. They can, however, be kept in a school, three or four or so, if they're added at the same time and they have a large environment. So if you're going to keep 3 to 4 to 5 or more, please have a 6 foot aquarium or larger because they do grow quite large. So here are my current flagtail Procholotus that I have right now. Let me show them off. They are absolutely gorgeous. So these are 3 of the flagtails that I got when I was a teenager. And when I got them, they were only 2.5 inches. And I raised them until they were about 8 to 10 inches. And then I slowly rehomed them. And I only kept either 1 or 2, I can't remember. And then the big snowstorm of 2012 hit, and I lost my entire fish room, and that was devastating. But then eventually I got more flagtails, and it was okay. But looking at this picture brings back nostalgic memories. It brings back the nostalgic memories of going crazy looking for this particular fish. But look how awesome the flagtail Procholotus is. A very gorgeous fish. It looks like South American's version of a salmon. It's got the same mouth shape as a salmon, the same body shape as a salmon, and somewhat same coloration as salmon. But it's called the flagtail because the shape of the tail and the coloration pattern of the tail. Here are my current flagtails. These flagtails I got from my buddy Kevin Cumberton at tangledupincichlids.com. This is when I got them, like a few weeks after I got them. Now they're doubled in size. And I had 4 of them, but one passed away, unfortunately. But the 3 of them are buddies. They do fight occasionally, but they get along quite well, and they love to eat just about anything. And this is my favorite flagtail. I love the spots on him. Um, as flagtails mature, they do lose their spots, so keep that in mind. But they're a very gorgeous fish. They kind of look like a larger growing rummy nose tetra, in my opinion. So a very beautiful flagtail Procholotus. And again, I have a species profile of the flagtail Procholotus, and that is available on my YouTube channel under the Aqua Alex Live playlist. All right, so the next 2 species of fish that I'm going to talk about today are catfish species, and they're very popular in the aquarium hobby. The catfish species I'm going to talk about right now isn't as popular uh, as compared to the Pictus cat and the Cory cats that I talked about last episode, but they're beginning to gain popularity with monster fish keepers, and that is the vulture catfish. These guys are called vultures because they will eat anything, dead or alive. So, like that saying from Robocop, dead or alive, the vulture catfish will eat it. However, if it's too large to fit in their mouth, they will leave it alone. Vulture catfish can reach sizes of about 16 inches and sometimes a little bit more. So you're going to keep them in a 6 foot aquarium, and they'll eat market shrimp, tilapia, earthworms, bloodworms, flake food, and pellets. I have never had a problem feeding vulture catfish. And I have a trio of them right now, and I'm going to show you a video of my 3 vulture cats in just a second. If you're going to keep a trio of them or more, please have a large tank as they get big. But like I said, I've got a 180 or a 220 coming in a matter of weeks that my vulture cats are going to love. So I also have a species profile of the vulture cat available here on Aqua Alex Live under the Aqua Alex Live playlist. Check that out for more information. So here is an image of one of my vulture catfish. As you can see, it's got a silver body, a gray to silverish body with some nice spots. Very nice looking fish. And it has the similarities to a red-tailed catfish and the tiger shovelnose and the ever so famous lynx catfish, but it does not grow anywhere near their sizes. And here's another picture. This is my largest vulture cat, one of my favorite catfish that I've ever kept. And I say that with a lot of respect because I love the vulture cat. If I had to pick an absolute favorite catfish, I would tell you the vulture cat, hands down, is my favorite catfish. So let's check out a video of my vulture catfish. Here it is, folks. That is a current video of my 3 vulture cats. And as you can see, they like to hang out together. They like to cuddle together, which I think is pretty cute for a catfish. And they love to eat together and swim together, which is pretty cool. So I think they're going to love their 180 or 220 when it comes in. All right, I've got 2 more species of fish that I'm going to talk about for this episode, and they're relatively popular in the aquarium hobby. This next fish is also a catfish, and I also got one of them today. It is called the Lima Shovelnose catfish. It stays much smaller than the tiger shovelnose, but it can grow up to 16 to 18 inches in length. So you're going to want a large aquarium for the Lima shovelnose. So you're going to want about, I don't know, maybe 90 gallons and above. They'll eat just about anything. The Lima shovelnose catfish is not a picky eater. It'll eat brine shrimp. It'll eat market shrimp, tilapia, scallops, earthworms, and other foods as well. I at one point had Lima shovelnose that would take down Hikari Massivore Delight with no problems. So you're going to have a lot of fun feeding your Lima shovelnose. I'm going to do a care guide in the future on this beautiful catfish. So here is a picture of one of my Lima shovelnose catfish that I grew to adulthood. And they're one of my personal favorites because I can keep them for life in a 6 foot aquarium. This is a juvenile Lima Shovelnose, and this one is the size of a Lima Shovelnose that I have right now. I just got one Lima Shovelnose catfish today, and once I get the bigger tank, I probably will get a couple more. And this one is a larger Lima Shovelnose catfish that I grew out as well in my very first 6-foot aquarium that I shared with my dad. All right. And that brings us to my final species that I'm going to talk about today. Now, this fish is part of a species of fish that is very popular in South America, the sucker-mouth catfish, Plecostomus. But this species of Plecostomus has a diet that is different from the algae-eating Plecostomus and the carnivorous Plecostomus. This species of Plecostomus has a diet of wood. And guess what kind of wood it loves? It loves big, hard wood. Wood as hard as a rock. It somehow is able to digest fragments of the driftwood. These plecos digest driftwood, and they'll also eat vegetable matter and algae as well, but driftwood is a huge part of their diet. So the plecos that I'm talking about are known as Panicue, royal plecos. Royal plecos are one of my favorite pleco species. And over the years, I've had many different types of royal plecos. I've had the ever so common watermelon pleco. I've had the dull-eye royal pleco. I've had the Xingu royal pleco and a couple of others. I would say my all-time favorite royal pleco is the I forgot the number. I think it's L191. L191 is the dull-eyed royal pleco. And I also like L418 royal pleco as well. They look very green in color. They kind of look like Kermit the Frog. And they also look as green, if not more, than the green phantom plecos. The thing with royal plecos, though, is that these guys grow big. They can grow up to 3 feet in length. So please keep that in mind if you're going to get a royal pleco. They can get up to 3 feet in length, and they need a constant supply of driftwood and vegetable matter. So keep that in mind as well. There are fish food companies that make food dedicated to panicues. So here are some pictures of panicues that I've had over the years. Here is my watermelon panicue, and this is one of my favorite royal plecos that I had. You can see how beautiful it is. This was in a discus tank that I had. I think this is either a L191 or a L418 that I had in my predatory aquarium that was in my dad's 150. This is that same pleco in front of a bigger piece of driftwood. And this is him showing off his black stripes on his green body. And that is one of the only fish that I got from Jeff Rapps that I grew to adulthood, and that was pretty awesome. All right. Well, that concludes the 5th episode of Life in the Amazon. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about popular aquarium fish that live in South America, episode 2. So, get ready for episode 3, because on the next episode of Life in the Amazon, I'm going to talk about more popular aquarium fish. But the next episode is going to be centered on monster fish of the Amazon that enter the aquarium hobby. So I'll be talking about silver arowana, black arowana, the infamous red-tailed catfish, the infamous tiger shovelnose, marble acara, pacu, etc. So monster fish hobbyists, get ready for your man, the monster fish hobbyist himself, Aqua Alex Cardinale, to discuss monster fish that are popular and come into the aquarium hobby from South America. All right, so before I end today's episode, I've got a couple of announcements that I'm going to make. Now, the first Fish Keepers Q&A of February is getting a makeover. As I said last night on the first Q&A of 2022, it's time to shake things up. The name of my Q&A will now be known as Ask Aqua Alex Live. And the next Q&A is going to air on Saturday, February 19th, 2022 at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Please start submitting your fish keeping questions now. Email your fish keeping questions to alexgoyankiescardinale19@gmail.com. You can email your questions via text, or you can film a video asking your questions, and I will answer them on Saturday, February 19th on Ask Aqua Alex Live. Now, I am proud to announce a few new series that is coming to Ask Aqua Alex Live. One of these new segments is called Aqua Alex Reacts. And I'm going to react to some of the craziest things in the aquarium hobby. These could be outlandish Craigslist ads where fish keepers are seeking ridiculous prices for aquariums, equipment, and livestock. If I think it's outrageous, I will discuss it, and I'm not going to hold back my thoughts. So controversy creates cash, and that should make for a fun segment every month on Ask Aqua Alex Live. I'm also going to have a segment where I let my viewers show off their aquarium. You guys see my aquarium all the time? Well, I want to see your aquarium. In just a second, I'm going to tell you how you can be a part of this series, of this segment where you can show off your aquariums and your tropical fish. There's going to be a couple of other segments that I'm going to keep as surprises. Another segment that I'm going to debut on Ask Aqua Alex Live is an aquarium fact segment where I'm going to give out 3 facts about the aquarium hobby each month. And that all starts Saturday, February 19th, 2022. All right. So if you want me to feature your aquarium and your tropical fish, whether freshwater or saltwater, on Saturday, February 19th, on the February 2022 Ask Aqua Alex Live, please submit videos of your aquarium and your tropical fish to alexgoyankiescardinale19@gmail.com. It could be a freshwater or saltwater aquarium. It could be a community aquarium or a predatory aquarium. It can have goldfish, axolotls, turtles, anything aquatic. I want to play your videos and your aquariums and your tropical fish on my episode of Ask Aqua Alex Live. So make sure you get those videos in starting now. And the last announcement that I have for you, Story Time with Aqua Alex is back. It's time for another crossover between Story Time with Alex Cardinale and Story Time with Aqua Alex Cardinale. And I'm going to talk about some more funny aquarium stories. Find out how a Niger catfish, aka a ripsaw catfish, disfigured a black rhombus piranha. Find out about the time my grandmother stepped on a betta that had jumped out of an aquarium. Find out about how I used discus to get back at somebody. And find out how discus are a fish that drove me out of my mind. All that and more on my next episode of Funny Aquarium Stories on a crossover event of Storytime with Aqua Alex. Episode 2 is going to air on February 2 at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. So that is next week, folks. Get ready for story time with Aqua Alex, episode 2, next week, February 2nd, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. All right, fish keepers. I thank you for your patience and I thank you for watching today's episode of Life in the Amazon here on Aqua Alex Live and on the legendary Alex Cardinale YouTube channel. If you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. My YouTube channel is the legendary Alex Cardinale. And make sure you share this video on social media. Let's get some more new viewers on my channel. Support the aquarium hobby. Join Facebook fish groups. Check out other fish keeping YouTubers. And subscribe to those fish keeping YouTubers. And support awesome fish stores. Online fish stores like TangledUpInCichlids.com, Aquatic Rarities, and ExoticFishShop.net. Join fish forums like MonsterFishKeepers.com and TropicalFishForums.com. With that being said, feed high quality fish food. Don't be afraid to buy that tropical fish species that you think is hard to keep, because you may find that is not the case. Have a great rest of your day. And remember, do your water changes and feed high quality food. Aqua Alex Cardinale saying thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next episode of Life in the Amazon. Peace out, fish keepers. Hey everyone, it's your favorite man, legendary Alex Cardinale here. Love is in the air. Why is that? Well, Valentine's is right around the corner. I cordially invite you to be a part of the inaugural Valentine's 2022 Bash, hosted by me, the man you love, legendary Alex Cardinale. Come be a part of the inaugural Valentine's Day Bash live Saturday, February 12th, 2022 at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Come celebrate Valentine's in style with me, legendary Alex Cardinale. I have a lot of fun action planned on Valentine's weekend with the Valentine's Bash. Chef Alex Cardinale is going to make an appearance on the Valentine's Bash. You can see Chef Alex Cardinale make a perfect Valentine's breakfast as he makes red velvet waffles with a delicious cream cheese icing that is going to make your mouth water, really delicious. And I'll also make my homemade chocolate lava cakes. Chef Alex will appear on the Valentine's 2022 Bash, and you can only see Alex make the red velvet waffles with the cream cheese icing and the homemade chocolate lava cakes on Valentine's Bash on Saturday, February 12th at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. Also planned for the Bash, I will discuss my ideal soulmate. I will discuss fun Valentine's Day activities that you and your partner can do on Valentine's Day, and more. So this is going to be an awesome night for love and fun. Happy Valentine's, everybody. Join me live Saturday, February 12th at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific right here on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. Yeehaw! Legendary Alex Cardinale here to invite you to a legendary party. It's the biggest party of the year. March 6, 2014, I created this here YouTube channel. On March 6, 2022, I will celebrate my 8th year as a YouTuber. And you're invited to the biggest party of the year. Live, Sunday, March 6, 2022, at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. It's my 8-year YouTube anniversary, and it airs live exclusively on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. 2 of my 60,000 plus lucky subscribers will win a $80 Texas Roadhouse gift card. All you need to do is be an active subscriber to my channel. That means watch my videos, leave likes, and comments. 8 of my most active subscribers will be put in a drawing, and the 2 that get picked live win the $80 Texas Roadhouse gift card. There will be 4 legendary special guests. 2 of those special guests will be tropical fish keepers. The first confirmed special guest is Bob from Aquatic Rarities in Boca Raton, Florida. Bob is the owner of Aquatic Rarities, aka Malone's Monsters. I am proud to announce the interview will be filmed from his fish store, Aquatic Rarities, which is going to be awesome. There's going to be an appearance from legendary Alex Cardinale, Aqua Alex Cardinale, Chef Alex Cardinale, and WWE fanboy Alex Cardinale. Mick Foley has nothing on me. You will see the 4 personas of Alex Cardinale. Chef Alex Cardinale will show you how to cook a delicious medium rare prime rib, and he'll be baking a Twix cheesecake and Reese's peanut butter cake to celebrate 8 years as a YouTuber. Aqua Alex Cardinale will discuss all the fish species he's kept over the past 8 years, and he'll have other fish keeping surprises for you as well. WWE fanboy Alex Cardinale discusses his dream WWE WrestleMania 38 card. Where will the celebration be held? Where will I broadcast live from? Well, you can only find out if you tune in live. What other surprises will there be? Why will this be the biggest party of the year? You gotta tune in to find out. The 8-year YouTube anniversary is live Sunday, March 6, 2022, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, only on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. I'll see you for the biggest party of the year. Make sure you are an active subscriber so that you have a chance to win an $80 Texas Roadhouse gift card on my 8-year YouTube anniversary. That means you like my videos, you leave comments, and you're one of my active subscribers.